Check, 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 check. It's probably delayed if it does turn on.
We're also not live, right?
No, but that starting soon is us live. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check.
Oh, yeah,
You hear me?
yeah. I just thought that's probably delayed.
Super delayed.
It was my mic.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess
You guys got a shit. Fuck.
it's alright. James is doing most of the talk. Just the laptop, just so we can watch the stream, if that's possible. I mean, we know it works, but just be nice to know that we didn't explode. Oh, I'm still on. 3, 2, 1, and hold on. Wait, fucked up already.
Yep.
And go.
No.
That's delayed,
yeah.
but we're on time.
Okay.
So you could start talking.
You can just start
Me?
talking. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we're here.
Hello, everybody. Welcome
Gross.
to the Mark It Down podcast, where we are going live after the Royal Rumble. I'm James Gisanti, joined by Eric Grisanti, joined by Danny Hernandez.
Yeah.
It was a great show. I'm looking up. Not a flattering picture.
Just don't look at yourself. Try not to look at yourself.
I very much enjoyed the Royal Rumble. It was a long show. And, the most important thing was we all got a free Hardy concert out of it. But in between that, there was some great wrestling tonight, some very exciting moments, and can't wait to get into it with you guys. Am I hosting? Is that what's happening?
You're hosting. You're the host.
I feel like it's a freestyle kind of thing. You took notes.
You did take notes.
On the whole show.
On the one match.
You took a lot of notes.
On the whole show.
Okay, so why don't we start where all good stories start, at the beginning.
Whoa. What? No one wants to talk about the beginning. Everyone wants to talk about the title of the video, which is the very, very end of the show. We got to talk about that. Real quick, though, while we're here. If we're ranking the Hardys by how much they drink, who goes where? I feel like Matt's the least, then this Hardy that performed tonight, and then Jeff, right? Can we all agree on that?
I mean, I feel like there are a few Hardy children in there that will probably do better than Matt. But
we got to give it time. That's fair.
All right, so we're gonna go with the main event then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could just piggyback off of Sami.
I said to start with the beginning. What something happened with Sami?
No.
Apparently Hardy sucks.
Yeah, that's all Hardys, I assume he means.
Oh, thank you, Naz. We definitely agree. What's up, buddy? All right, so the main event saw Roman Reigns taking on Kevin Owens for the 80 billionth time. Somehow also at the Royal Rumble for the 80 billionth time. Roman was flanked by Sami Zayn and the wise man, Paul Heyman. This was a tale of two stories with this match. There was a match before the referee got knocked out, and there was a match after the referee got knocked out. That's really where all the action really picked up. I don't think I could tell you much about what happened in that match before.
I think Kevin Owens took a few nasty bumps into the turnbuckle. That was pretty good, and yeah. I mean, you weren't paying attention like the whole show, but that's fair. Anyway, what's going on over here, producer boy? Can you like switch this camera on the guy talking? I'm just making sure.
It just delayed.
No, just making sure.
Now we can wait.
Yeah, we're all good.
There you go.
Look at that. We're all good here. We got the star of the show
Look at Mike Myers
over here. We got the 2 stars of the show over here. But yeah, as we were saying, the end of this match, where it got exciting, right? The referee goes down.
So after a pretty standard match between Roman and Kevin, nothing we haven't seen before, the referee goes down. Kevin gets a 5 count for a pin. And then all hell breaks loose. They fight on the outside. Sami is trying to convince Kevin to not. She's gonna bark at herself. Sami tries to convince Kevin to just stay down. He gets speared through the barricade. He still is able to kick it.
You remember that?
Yep. He's still able to kick out of that at the 1-2. And then Roman proceeds to beat Kevin's head into the steel steps.
Oh, those bumps are brutal. I don't like those. You shouldn't be taking bumps like that. That's not cool.
I did not see either of those.
Of course.
What were you doing? I know what you were doing.
First
You
of all,
were producing.
First of all,
We got a 3-camera setup here.
Is it 3? I thought it was just 2.
It's 3 if I start switching to myself. That's a 3-camera setup. but it's not.
Who is this guy with us?
We have never seen him
Did
before.
we introduce our intern to the crowd? Or?
This is paid, right?
It's an internship, bro. What? Do you not?
We
know how that
actually
works?
work here, and we're not getting paid. And then Roman proceeds to beat Kevin's head into the steps. After that, we had a very reluctant Sami Zayn trying to convince his tribal chief not to do any more damage to Kevin. But after one final slap, Roman hits his, I think, 5th spear on him and gets
Feels like it.
the 1, 2, 3.
Well, it's important.
5 times.
I think it was at least 3 because he did once before the ref went down, once after where he kicked out, and then the one where he got the pinfall,
and also the one through the barricade. So that's 4.
Yeah, that's like its own move though. That's not like a spear. That's just the barricade move. Like that's kind of a played out spot that I'm sick of. But also the key thing here, just before we talk about what happened after the match, during the match when the ref was down, Roman told Sami to give him a chair, but Sami said back to Roman, "You told me not to do anything. You told me not to move." And then Roman yelled at him like, "Well, I'm telling you now." And then Sami reluctantly got a chair after taking, I guess it was his first time ever on the side of a wrestling ring because he didn't know where to look for the chair at first until Heyman was like, "Oh no, go under." Even though he was 2 feet away from a chair, he's like, "No, go under the ring and get a chair." And then you could see all the sprinkles from the Mountain Dew pitch black match.
It really was awkward. If you are watching a live recap and then are upset about spoilers, I don't know what to tell you, Dropkick JD. We are very happy that you're here, but I don't know. You know, you're not new here, buddy. You know how this goes. We love you though. But yes, after Roman finally gets the 1, 2, 3.
What are you doing after midnight that like you're turning on YouTube, but you're being spoiled on the show? There's no world where those parallels like cross over. To get Peacock.
But we then had a very, let's be honest, everything everybody cared about happened after the match was over, right?
Yes.
I think the thing we're going to be talking about for a long time is what happened after the bell.
But it also... No, you could leave it on.
No, go for it.
I was just going to say, but it also goes to show, like, it also is the issue with having Cody win, in my opinion. Like, whoa. Okay, but I'm saying
JD isn't up to that part of the rumble yet.
I'm saying, now you're not even in the shot, James.
That's okay. Really not? That's okay. You don't need to direct him on her.
There you go. You're in the shot.
No, aren't you guys in Hollywood? Haven't you guys both?
Apparently not. Well, this is the reason we're sitting on this fucking couch right now.
This is why we're free on a Saturday.
What was I talking about? Oh, that. Go ahead.
After the match.
Oh.
God.
That's a good thing I have the camera on me too. So after the match, the entire issue with Sami and that being the most important. Jordan's calling.
Oh my God.
This is insane.
All right, put the camera on me, I guess. Or
JD, stop calling me. We're filming here.
Well, no, but maybe he's trying to call in, which I don't know how to do yet. We're not there. But
oh my God.
Anyways,
okay, so here's what happened, guys. Okay, so the match ended pretty limply with the spear, one of the worst finishers in wrestling. But after the match, you know, the Usos, including Solo Uso, I believe his full name is, Solo Sikoa Uso came out, and they're all celebrating, and they go to put a lay on Roman, but then Jay's like, actually, I should put it on Sami. And then he goes to do it, and Roman stops him. He says, no, not quite yet. Not quite yet, my guy, is his exact words. And then they start to beat up Kevin Owens more. And Jimmy is just making this really weird noise as he giggles in excitement, beating up Kevin Owens. And then Jay starts doing it, and they're just having a grand old time. And then Solo gets in on the action, and they're beating him. They wrap a chair around his neck in the corner, and Solo hits the running hip attack, second to only Tony Storm in terms of hip attacks. Yeah. And, it was a little limp despite having a chair around his neck, but he's dead. He's dead after that. He is just dead. And then they handcuff him to the ropes after after nothing went wrong last time, Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns had handcuffs involved in their lives. Actually, Roman should stay away from handcuffs between the dog food and then the Royal match. Kevin
That was
Owens.
truly the most traumatic part of what happened.
He shouldn't. Yeah, when he was handcuffed to the ring post and they poured dog food on him because he's the big dog. Remember? I'm sorry, I don't mean to talk about dog food so much in front of you. I'm sorry, but
You want some food?
don't say that. She's a lot of weight right now. Just so you know. But
Wendy, you can't bark at yourself.
you can.
He is very
You
excited
can
about
bark.
himself, right?
Yeah, it's good. You look good there. You look really good there, Andy. But yeah. So they take a chair after he's handcuffed. They're super kicking him. Roman takes a chair and he's gonna hit him. And Sami Zayn, the hero that we deserve and need right now. He's both of them actually. So you can have your cake and eat it too. He steps in between Roman and Kevin, and the crowd's going wild. And he's so conflicted, but he's doing the right thing, kind of. He says, "You're above this, Roman. You don't need to do this. You're the tribal chief. You are above this." And Roman's like, "Yeah, I am. So you're gonna do it." And he goes to hand him the chair, and Sami doesn't want to do it. He's so conflicted, but he wants to make Roman proud, but he's taking too long. He's hesitating. Roman's getting in his face. He's yelling at him. He's like, "You're my family now, okay?" And he's yelling at Kevin Owens too. He's like, "Sami's my family, so you have a problem with him. You have a problem with me." And all of a sudden, he's pushing him back. He's pushing Sami back. He's slapping him in the face. He's slapping him in the face. He turns to mock Kevin Owens, and they do this beautiful, beautiful camera angle. 2014 all over again. Sami's holding a chair behind Roman's back. The camera is perfectly placed on them, and it's Seth Rollins all over again. And they tease it, but they don't do it. And then they tease it again, and they tease it again, and they don't do it. And then he finally slaps him for a third time, and he turns around, and Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins in 2014, hits Roman in the back. Roman falls the exact same way, goes down to his knees in shock as what just happened to him. Jay is shocked. Jimmy is shocked. Solo looks more or less the same. It's hard to get a read on that guy. And everyone in the crowd goes fucking mental. And Sami just turns to the Usos, spreads his arm out. Sorry, Wendy, give me one sec. And then just says, "What? I don't know what you guys expected. I had to do it." Jay's so conflicted. Jimmy snaps. He beats on him. He's beating up Sami. Solo starts beating up Sami. Roman gets up. He's beating up Sami. Jay does not beat up Sami. He is devastated. He is conflicted. This guy went to bat for him on Monday, and now here we are 5 fucking days later, and this is what's happening. Jay leaves the ring. Everyone's conflicted. They beat up Sami some more. The crowd chants, "Fuck you, Roman," so loudly. It was beautiful. It was so beautiful. And for it to be for a story reason as opposed to him just freaking sucking, no offense, James, is so, so nice. We've come such a long way. So it's finally here. Sami has been kicked out of the bloodline, but he did it by standing up for himself, not just being betrayed. So this story is amazing.
So really, Sami betrayed the bloodline.
I think his hand was kind of forced, but that's the beauty of it, is that it's told in a way where everyone has their justification, and you don't think it's forced or ridiculous for them to feel that way. So yeah, you want to say something, producer guy?
It's everything they wanted the Hangman and Kenny drama to be.
No. This is why I don't give you the mic. This is why he doesn't get the mic.
He paid for these mics too.
Yeah, no. And if he's gonna act like that, he loses them. How dare he? It's just wrong.
It was just it was beautiful, for lack of a better term. And there's so much excitement coming from this, and I'm not. Eric already spoiled some of the show already, but the Royal Rumble played no part in this whatsoever, and that's where we'll talk about that later. How that feels like it's not a part of the story. But what do you guys think about Samuel Shmuel Zayn standing up for himself?
I mean, you guys watched me as I watched it live. I was screaming, I was jumping, I was freaking out, and they really nailed the landing on this. You know, this wasn't this. I don't think this could have been done better. They serviced Jay as a character. They serviced Sami as a character. They serviced Roman as a character. They serviced Jimmy as a character. I don't know why it's so dark.
Right.
But
Danny has a great shot.
right?
Yeah,
Danny's the star tonight. But yeah,
Tonight?
this was a lot,
Wendy?
and they really nailed it. And I'm grateful for how patient they've been, because they could have pulled the trigger on this a long time ago, and they didn't waste it. So very, very awesome.
Sorry, I'm being producer boy that I'm not paying attention. Oh damn, you're leaving me in charge. This is
Oh
crazy.
my god, he's just dipping.
He's just he saw his
he's
camera
sick of your
angle.
shit, JD.
He saw how he wasn't as good looking as you were in these shots, and he's like, I can't be a part of this show anymore. What were we? What was the? Oh, how do we? Oh,
Yeah,
I do. You know, all right, it was great. I will say I do think that it was a little. It wasn't not silly, but I think the breaking point should have been when they tried to break Kevin's neck, and not when they were just going to give him headshots with the chair.
yeah, I agree.
I feel like that should have been the moment where he kind of just did it instead of. And I don't want to say they dragged it on, because I don't know if it would have been any better if he had done it like a minute or two earlier than he did. But the crowd, they still got a great response, so I don't think there was really a good or bad way of doing this.
Yeah, I see what you mean, because there's definitely they could have trimmed some fat, like, and there's also interesting ways they could have done it. Like, imagine if Zayn jumped in front of Kevin when Solo was running to do the hip attack. That would have been interesting, but you don't get the same, like, sort of shots and moments that you get with the beatdown we got. Wendy, are you good? Are you leaving? No, we're gonna lose viewers if you leave. You can't leave. Oh no, my sandwich is there. Don't take my sandwich.
We have Mike Myers, so
yeah, we can't move that. Yeah, Wendy, you're staying. But yeah, there's ways they could have. But like this, that's the beauty of it, is that I think we're all just still excited to see what happens next. Like, isn't it crazy that Elimination Chamber feels more exciting than WrestleMania does right now at this moment? Wild.
I've pretty solidly been on the team that Sami Zayn was going to be challenging Roman at the Chamber, and I feel super vindicated right now.
Vindicated.
But I'm also heartbroken. It's a really weird feeling to be excited and sad at the same time. But excellent storytelling from these guys, and it makes the journey to Mania even more interesting, because we don't know how we're getting there. Like, we know all the players involved, we just don't know. We have an idea of how they're all gonna land, but we don't really know. So very exciting.
Very true. I mean, you're still hosting technically, even though
no, you've already proven that I can't do this.
No,
I'm here and I'm happy to join.
You're doing fine. I mean, look, I feel like, I know I already said it, but we finally have heat again on Roman. He's not just getting the "oh, you're cool, so we're cheering you because we know you're the top star" sort of reaction. That was genuine. Like, I mean, it literally was "fuck you" heat. Like,
got Undertaker beating Undertaker.
Yeah,
heat,
yeah,
and that's great, because that's when they should have pulled the trigger in the first place.
Oh my god! Imagine what a different world we'd live in right now if they turned Roman. I mean, at any point beforehand. I think we've all learned a lesson that when your top babyface gets booed all the time, just turn him heel, right? Like, that, nothing goes wrong. I mean, we wouldn't get great shirts like the one James is wearing, but
Wait, there you go. You got it.
All right, yeah, pause for effect.
For a while.
Yeah, we're way to push that John Cena merch.
Right.
But I don't know. I want to keep talking about it, but I feel like you guys are just dumbfounded as to how you feel about it, because that's how in your feelings you are right now. There's just so emotional. It's hard to grasp. It's hard to talk about something so emotional so quickly after it happened. Like, I don't know if you've ever been like, slapped in the face by someone close to you, or gotten into like a serious confrontation in public. But
no, I'm not Dana White's wife.
This is nice. All right.
Fuck that guy. I don't care.
Too soon.
Look,
I'm not making fun of her. I'm making fun of the prick that he is.
We here.
She hit him first. You know what I mean?
We here at the Mark It Down podcast have cut all ties with Eric Royland, but Mark It Down will continue to push on into season 7 despite that. But
according to Elon Musk, he was the heart of the show. So how can they really do that?
I mean, when you voice everyone, I guess you kind of are. But who cares? We're getting a Community movie. Fuck Rick and Morty. BoJack's better. Watch Community, which is also better than Rick and Morty.
What character was Justin Roiland going to play in Community?
He probably was. They had some anime. I forgot is it Glip Glop? They had an animated character for like 2 episodes. It was really dumb back when like they were on Yahoo. So he could have been that character. But anyway, right? Sami Zayn. Does anyone care about Sami Zayn in the chat? No one cares.
Mr. Nas appreciates the effort.
Yeah, that's for you, intern boy. Give a shout out. First name intern boy, last name
Boy.
Derrickson.
Or that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really know what else to say about the match. I mean, we nailed
We're
it.
not talking about the match.
I mean, what happened after the match? What happened after the match? I think Roman is in his peak form right now as champion. I think Sami cannot generate more love than he did tonight.
Yeah.
And I think Kevin is going to be solidly entrenched in this after he's done selling the beatdown.
And one of the things, Eric, you have something to say, producer boy?
I was just gonna say, and that's exactly why Roman shouldn't lose the title, because
Well, we can talk about that right now
he's
because that
the
ties
top-
in nicely. Because
he's at the top of his game. I wasn't gonna mention anything about the winner of the Rumble. I was just gonna say.
No, I'm just saying because I was gonna push forward and say that we can talk about this a little bit more when we talk about the Rumble. James, can you pass me your notebook? I need to check your notes.
Yes, you could check the notes on this first and only match that I took notes on.
Yes, here we go. Pros here. I didn't think it would take that long. I feel like you have the bookmark string.
How many notes do you have in there?
Different pages of different things.
So surprisingly, the show started off with the men's Royal Rumble. It started off with the Rumble so that people wouldn't boo Cody when he came out, and people were like, "We want Sami, not you." They found a good way around that, but still a way where Cody feels like he doesn't belong. No spoilers here. Out at number 1 was Gunther, if you want, if you're lame and American like all of us, which James hates foreign people, so he didn't like the start of this match.
Not true.
Because number 2 was Sheamus, and Gunther used to be known as Walter, which is a dumb, boring, generic first name. Where Gunther, you can't say that name without taking it a little more seriously than Walter. All right, I knew a kid. One of my best friends in 6th grade was named Walter. He's a firefighter now. Think fires are scared of someone named Walter? Come on. Anyway, it's a nice callback to one of the better feuds of WWE last year. So that's good. That's how old school Rumbles used to work. You would have 2 people who have some sort of connection to each other start off. Remember when Ziggler and Jericho started off that Rumble 2013? It was the best part of that shitty Rumble. But fun stuff. And then out number 3 came Miz. James put a little note here to say Miz sucks, and I agree.
Not
so
true.
That's nice.
Not true. Didn't do that.
You did. It's right here in the notebook. Everyone can see it. Nice proof right there. And out number 4 came Kofi. We'll talk about Kofi in a bit. I'm not going to run through everyone. Johnny Gargano came out. Xavier came out. Karrion, his middle name definitely also starts with a K. Cross, came out. And I've said that like 5 times on this show. Like, this is not a shocking thing. We know where he was on January 6th. But he came out and he did nothing. Gable came out and he did nothing, but he's great, so it's okay. We forgive him. I don't even know what this says. It says Drew. Okay. Drew, as in McIntyre, I believe, came out. Blah, blah, blah. People, that would have been cool, actually. And then Kane comes out after, and then Kane and Cross could have a moment where they look like they're going to fight, but then they shake hands and agree on political views, and then the press conference after the show is just a whole freaking mess. Oh, my God. But yeah, so a bunch of nothing happened, and then Brock Lesnar came out and he eliminated a bunch of people. Kofi died. He's dead. We didn't check for updates on Kofi. I hope he's actually okay, because he took a nasty fall and his safe spot went wrong again, or it was on purpose, but it looked like it was not. But yeah, Brock clears a lot of people out, and then Lashley comes out and eliminates Brock, and then it's boring, and then it's like, okay, that was kind of pointless, right?
Wow.
Baron Corbin comes out. He gets the beat up spot. He's the loser. Oh my God, this is amazing, bro. Bro, producer boy, you're going places, man. Should really break into the business, man. So yeah, there's some fun stuff. Seth comes out halfway through, does some stuff. Rey Mysterio's music hits though, and he doesn't come out. Nothing happens.
I'm still waiting.
A minute later, him and Curtis Axel, man, they got a lot of gripes. Dom comes out with his dad's mask, implying that implying that Rhea beat the shit out of him. and Dom comes out with the mask, and he's trying to rip it, but he can't because he sucks. No, Wendy, we're gonna lose ratings. All right, guys, have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. But
That's all we paid her for. That's all we had money for.
yeah, Dom couldn't, rip the mask because he's weak as shit, which just plays so perfectly into his character where he sucks, but Judgment Day's pretending he's really good. He comes out, he gets some great heat. Elias comes out, does absolutely nothing, is absolutely nothing. Finn Balor, as everyone says, comes out. And then the only nostalgia act of the Rumble besides, not the only one, but the only real one, Booker T comes out. He does a pretty good spinneroonie and then gets eliminated like a nostalgia act should. You hit your spot and then you go. There you go. Good shit, Booker T. Keep your opinions to yourself, bro. Damian Priest comes out. He's not going to have a 60-minute match like he did on Raw 3 weeks ago, but that's okay. Montez Ford comes out, and then the biggest, I think, just botch of booking for the Rumble, does absolutely nothing and gets eliminated by Priest. He lands on his feet in his elimination, which was weird. And everyone was just kind of like,
Oh yeah, when I get
okay.
pinned, I always want to look cool as I get pinned, you know?
I mean, yeah, you do. It's called selling. You wanna be a good seller. So we got Wendy freaking out on the floor, but we don't have a camera angle on it. It's okay. After that, out comes Edge to return in the Royal Rumble for like the 5th fucking time. Cool story, bro. He eliminates all of Judgment Day except for Dom, of course. And then Judgment Day eliminates him back, making his involvement relatively pointless. And they're brawling up the ramp, and then Rhea lays out Edge because Edge is a frail old man, and Rhea can beat up most of the people in the Rumble, both Rumbles. So, that's cool. Then Beth comes out, lays out Rhea with the spear. It's nice. That's going to be the match at Elimination Chamber in some capacity. Theory comes out, does nothing. Omos comes out, does absolutely nothing. Braun comes out, stares at Omos, eliminates him. Then his famous teammate Ricochet. Everyone loves the team of Ricochet and Braun Strowman after. This is like a rib, I think, on Strowman.
It has to be at this point.
His comments about flippy floppers bagging groceries, that he's now teammates with one. But,
Well, there was the whole thing where everyone thought Ricochet had heat with Braun. And then Ricochet was like, no, we're cool, we're friends. So maybe they're trying to really push the fact that they're friends to make people not hate Braun as much as they do.
Man, that was very poignant. I hope the mic picked up any of that.
Hopefully. Between two mics, hopefully.
Sandwich, right? Oh, here, another animal up here. Hold on, guys. We're getting another animal in the mix. Okay, so, Braun and Ricochet come out, and then Logan Paul makes his triumphant return. Babyface, beloved Logan Paul has never done anything wrong as far as I know. I do not check the news, and I only know him from WWE, so for all I know, he's just a guy that likes Pokemon, and that's cool because I like Pokemon, even though I play the game, not the card game. The card game sucks, but whatever.
Did you hear what he did with that Charizard card?
Stuck it up his butt? I don't know. Oh, no.
This is Logan Paul.
What did he do with it?
I don't know.
So he was gifted, or no, not gifted. He was given the opportunity to buy a PSA 10 Charizard.
Sure.
Which is like
Did he buy the wrong one?
No. He bought what he wanted to, which was a PSA 10 Charizard. It's worth like $150,000.
That's it?
Yeah, but
That's it.
If you get there's a different rating system. I forget what it's called, but there's a different rating system, and if you get a 10 there, it's so much more valuable than the 10 of the PSA. So he physically broke the graded card to get it graded by the other company, risking there's only like a few of these in the world. He risked breaking it and destroying the card to try and get something more valuable. And then, of course, the lucky son of a bitch did it successfully. And he's able to turn that card into like a multi-million-dollar card.
Okay.
You like Pokemon. I like Pokemon. We're talking. We go on tangents here.
No, I understand, but I feel like there's a lot of things that make him a douchebag. And
to just be so cavalier with something that so many people would die to have.
Well, I think those people should die to have it. And I played fucking Yu-Gi-Oh, okay? In Yu-Gi-Oh, you're paying mad money for a card just to win, not because it's artificially inflated for collector's
This is actually a
value.
good idea.
But like, I think it's amazing that we're changing setup mid fucking stream.
That way I could look at you.
I mean, who cares if we're looking at each other? I mean, I guess we'll go off the audience. Like, if you're looking at me, do they know you're looking at me, or are you just looking off past the camera?
No, go on.
I mean,
We're having fun here. We're getting
It's
very experimental.
you learn as you go.
I like that you guys. You can go on, and I'll.
Trial by fire. Thank you, producer boy. Can you give me a water, producer boy? But anyway, what was up to? Oh yeah, Logan Paul, fucking fantastic. And then out number 30 was Cody Rhodes, whatever. But we got to talk about Logan Paul still, despite everything he's done in real life. And I think we all said more or less we wish the worst for him as a person, but as a wrestler, he's fantastic. So like, you're in a room with Logan Paul, Kanye West, and Hitler, right? What are you doing?
Wondering why Hitler is in a room with Kanye and Logan Paul at the same time.
Okay, no, Logan Paul and you are the odd ones out there. Okay, Hitler and Kanye would definitely be in the same room.
Oh my god.
That's not even a stretch.
At
first Hitler would probably be like, oh man, what, like, I don't like this guy. But then once he hears him talk a little bit, but actually this guy's not bad. I like this Kanye guy. But what about you, producer boy?
What's the question?
If you were in a room with Logan Paul, Hitler, and Kanye West, who would you fight?
That would be Hitler, because I'm more likely to beat Hitler, being that Logan Paul is a boxer.
Look at that.
That's your reasoning?
He's bringing logic into this.
Bringing logic.
What about Kanye?
Who would I win it? Oh,
I don't think
hold
he'd
on,
beat
hold
Kanye.
on. You only gave me. You didn't say Kanye.
I did say Kanye.
You did say
Hitler,
Kanye.
Logan Paul, Kanye. No, I did to you too.
He also asked a different
right.
question to you. He asked, what would you do versus... No, he asked, who would you fight? He asked me, what would I do? I don't
know, how tall was Hitler?
I feel like not as in shape or as tall as Logan Paul.
How old is Hitler when I'm fighting?
This is in his prime, I guess.
This is rough. I feel like I could like get angry at Hitler, a lot angrier at Hitler than anyone else. So I'd be a lot more passionate about the fight.
But Hitler doesn't have Twitter, so like,
it's not gonna make me angry necessarily.
Wendy,
Wednesday.
Wendy, thoughts on this, Wendy?
Yeah, Wendy. No,
She's like, I don't want to get canceled. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes is in the ring. Doesn't matter. Again, American hero, Cody Rhodes, blah, blah, blah. Logan Paul and Ricochet have the spot of the freaking night where they both bounce off the rope and collide mid-air, what feels like 10 feet in the air. It was phenomenal. Just amazing, amazing stuff. So exciting. So fun. And then, a bunch of eliminations happen. No one cares at all. It's all pretty whack. Cody eliminates Dom because he's a fucking buzzkill. And then, Ricochet's out because, of course, he's out. Braun gets eliminated by Cody pretty much single-handedly. The final four is Logan Paul, Seth Rollins, Cody, and Gunther, who's been in the match the whole time, picking up a lot of eliminations, looking fantastic. Cody eliminates Logan Paul to a massive ovation, even though Logan Paul's a face, but no one likes him. Down to Gunther and Cody. And look, there's a lot of problems with this. I literally think Cody thinks the same way Vince does, that foreigners are just automatically heels, which, fair. Gunther is a heel. That's part of his character.
But not because he's foreign.
Yeah. Well, it is a little bit part of his character. Because it is like culture. They find wrestling sacred. But Cody didn't need to defeat a foreign heel to win this Rumble. That was never part of the story. But Gunther looked amazing. He looked fantastic. And he's definitely going to face Brock Lesnar because they had an interaction in this. I'm sorry. It's hard to recap a Rumble match, especially when it was like the first or second match. It was kind of boring for half of it. But Gunther and Cody wrestled for what must have been 10 minutes, 12 minutes afterwards. It was a pretty long time.
Yeah.
And
at least 10 minutes.
Finally, after a long back, a lot of like fake outs, a lot of good fake outs where I was like, oh, the match could end now, and that's fine because Gunther's been in a long time, but they kept pushing it, and eventually Cody won. Who cares, right? I mean, good for him. I love Cody. I love Cody so much. It doesn't seem like it the way I talk about him on this show, but
And in real life, and in
yeah.
almost every setting.
Oh, I don't talk about him in real life. We're talking in the chat. That's part of the show, as far as I'm concerned. The only real conversations I've had with you guys are one-on-ones in the Zoom after other people have left or went to go throw their garbage out, Rev. But yeah, what did you guys think of this Rumble, producer boy? You're here, timed perfectly. You're focused. Yeah, no, definitely. We'll pause. Hold on.
No. You keep going.
No, you said
I'll
hold
go.
on.
I probably I should go.
I guess.
Buy him some time. I like the Rumble. I think it was a very fine Rumble. And considering how many bad Rumbles there are, and our screen is now black.
It is. Keep going.
Why?
Because things went to shit. Go on.
Okay. I'm so confused.
Go ahead.
Considering how many bad Rumbles there are. Oh shit.
That was why.
Why is it backwards now?
I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh god, they got a nice crotch shot on YouTube.
Go ahead.
Considering how many bad Rumbles there are, I'll take a fine Rumble. It doesn't need to be amazing. I thought the back end of it was way better than the first half. I think a lot of people got to shine overall. Seth got to look good. Gunther got to look good. Judgment Day as a whole got to look good. Edge got to be Edge. And yeah, I enjoyed the Rumble better than last year.
I mean,
the bar was really low, but I got to enjoy it.
True. And look, the placement of this Rumble was smart to keep Cody from being Batista'd. But what?
Go ahead. Keep going. Just keep talking.
He's trying, man. We're learning as we go. It's fine. It's literally just the three of us watching at this point. All right, we have 1, 2, 3 views. That's our viewers. But it was smart placement to keep Cody from being booed. It's weird that he came out 30. It felt like if it was up to Cody, he would have been number 1 and ran through the whole fucking Rumble. Eliminated every single foreigner in the goddamn match, which you would have loved because you hate foreigners, James. But
Jesus.
It was good. Oh my god, I got a cat with me. Hold on, I'm sorry, I don't care anymore about this. Yeah. So after hearing about the main event and after hearing about the Rumble, how can we possibly care about a Cody Roman match when we just want Sami Zayn? You know? What do you think, producer boy?
I don't think anything right now. I think you should both sit next to each other for the time being.
I got a cat over here. There's no room.
He's got a fair point.
All right. Anyway, keep talking. I'll just go back. Go ahead.
I enjoyed the Rumble.
But how can we care about Cody Roman after everything we just talked about with Sami Zayn? How is Cody involved in the story?
I think Cody and Roman have all the ingredients to having a great feud for the title. I just think no matter what, he's just overshadowed by the Sami Zayn storyline. And that's bad. I mean, it's a good problem to have when you have so many good contenders. I'm just going to look at you here. It's a good problem to have so many contenders and to have so many compelling stories.
Camera two, yeah.
I hate you right now.
It's not my fault. Your fucking phone's fucked up.
I got another angle here.
They're all off. I don't know why.
Oh god.
You're getting your finger in front of the camera a lot. Try to be a little more careful with that, producer boy.
I think it's a good problem to have so many different possibilities to take a story, but in this case, it's an embarrassment of riches when there's such a clear right choice, and you went with a very good choice instead of the best choice.
You went with the safest choice.
I don't even know how safe it is when you are worried about backlash.
Backlash is... We got to get to WrestleMania first before we get to Backlash, but
But on paper, Batista versus Randy Orton is a very solid match to have. There's history, there's stuff there are 2 stars, but nobody wanted it because there was a better choice in Daniel Bryan. So I don't know. I think they took a risk with Cody. I don't know that I would have made that choice, even though I get it. I think WWE is probably better off with Cody being champion than Sami, but the story is better with Roman and Sami.
Yeah, it's a safe choice because it's what they were planning, and instead of can we get a shot of that real quick? But instead of pivoting, and having to reconstruct plans late in the game, they went with what they had in mind the whole time. So I think that's what I mean by it's a safe choice. And Rock is an even safer choice. And you know what? As lackluster as this match was in terms of like surprises and overwhelming excitement, I don't miss The Rock being there. I'm glad it made I think one thing we said during this match was the roster looked really strong during this match, where there wasn't a lot of filler besides like Santos Escobar and like probably honestly Alpha Academy because they weren't in there together, and like Dawkins. There wasn't a lot of filler in this match. It was everyone felt like a lot of people felt more upper mid card than they normally do on a weekly basis. So in that regard, it was good. But okay, so just real quick on a couple of these notes in this book here. So James was trying to keep track of stuff like eliminations, and it's cool. I have two angles. But yeah, he wrote down Elias got eliminated by Sheamus and Drew, and oh boy, do I wish he was Ezekiel. And we all wish that Elias was Ezekiel, but they're not. They're just brothers. But rest in peace, Ezekiel. He kept putting Motorola Edge whenever Edge was, if you wrote Edge in the notes, he was like, oh, Motorola Edge, which is like a really outdated phone that you're referencing here. It's on James. I don't want to go over there. All right, moving on. So the Rumble happened. It was whatever. Any other thoughts on it, James? While I'm moving.
Okay, we're still talking about the Rumble.
Yeah, just as I make my way over there.
Yeah, no, like I said, I think everybody got to shine in this match for the most part. Certain people more than others. I'm excited for certain storylines coming out of this. Like I said, I said while we were watching, I think how Montez got eliminated is going to lead to Judgment Day versus Prime. I almost said Prime.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Wow. Oh my God.
Street Profits. And
why did you get them confused? I'm wondering.
The gimmicks are always the same. They're just guys who like to have fun.
Wow. Wow.
There's a lot going on. There's protests. You're mixing up.
All right. Anyway, I don't want to joke about it, but
we're gonna lose so many subscribers.
I think it's gonna be Street Profits versus Judgment Day, and I think that's how we get Rhea involved with Bianca, and I think a lot of things just make sense that way.
Cool. I was waiting for Eric to say something, but he's just producer boy, so he doesn't really have many speaking roles in this. But now.
You're good. You're still in the shot. You're still.
Yeah. Relax. We're here. We're live. Anyway, do you guys want to talk about the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. So I'm gonna put it like this: to anyone watching at home, which is no one, but have you ever played glow in the dark mini golf? Because that was this match. That's exactly what it looked like. That was the vibe. That was the aesthetic of the match. You know what, James? I'm gonna be honest. You can't really talk about this match because you were making me. So, a little side tangent here, right? Food was a disaster tonight, right? I'm not trying to call anyone out. I'm not going to say where we are right now, actually, because we are all together for once, which we haven't really addressed. But we're at a place, and the host asked what kind of food I wanted, and the only request I made was to have pigs in a blanket. And instead of having, like those little Nathan's little like toaster oven microwave pigs in a blanket, like they sell like 12 packs, 24 packs, 48 packs at supermarkets, instead he just got me 2 hot dogs and fries from I don't know where.
I specifically I ordered pigs in a blanket, and that's what came in.
Right. So 2 hot dogs. But I didn't know that. So before that, we're talking about ordering food, and producer boy over here wanted a burger and wanted all this stuff. So I was like, let's order from this deli that's very popular in the neighborhood we're in. I'm not gonna say whose house we're at, but it was very popular in the neighborhood we're in. And don't look at the pictures in the background; that won't give you any clues. But we're looking on the menu on Grubhub, and I put in what I want. I just wanted a chicken sandwich. That's all I wanted. Put that in, and then I give the phone back to producer boy, who spends the next 45 freaking minutes not ordering his goddamn food. So by the time he finally does, after the men's rumble has ended, so this is kind of chronological with how we're telling the story of the show. He finally goes to put his order in, and the place is not doing deliveries anymore because it's like it's 10 o'clock at this point. So we order from a pizzeria, and I got a chicken wrap. But then James brings me my pigs in a blanket. I'm thinking, oh, it's a little finger food, it's a little snack. But no, it's 2 full hot dogs. So I was too full. I didn't get to eat my chicken wrap. Anyway, now that side tangent's over. Mountain Dew pitch black match. Nothing happened whatsoever because James was making me food, and by the time he was back, the match was over. Bray Wyatt won. He hit Sister Abigail, I believe, because we were barely paying attention, but it did look very nice. I liked the way the match looked. And that was pretty much it. Bray won, and after the match, Uncle Howdy came out on the stage and did an elbow drop off it. It was really, really bad. And then that's it. I'm sorry, there's cat stuff happening, and I'm just paying attention to that. But yeah, James, how did that match sound to you?
I saw the first 2 minutes and I saw the last 30 seconds.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think you saw the first 2 minutes.
Yeah,
No, I did,
the
I
match
did.
was 4.5 minutes. There's no way you caught that much of it.
And then you left.
I think I got all I needed to out of it.
I don't think you like Bray so much that you left the room.
I like
You were
Bray.
gone.
I like Bray, like the dude, like when he's not cheating on his wife. But
Wait a minute.
yeah,
Hold
That
up.
was 5-6 years ago.
the internet
And
never forgets.
let's be honest. The girl that he cheated on her with was
Nope.
much better looking than his
No,
wife.
I will not condone that.
I guess that's kind of
You guys
irrelevant.
get me. You know what I'm saying.
Nope.
You saw her. Look up JoJo right now.
I mean, I think probably JD's
Or
on
look
your
up
side
JoJo
on
back
that.
then. Not now, but it won't be long before he cheats on this one. That's all I'm saying.
Jesus,
Anyway.
you are terrible.
Go ahead, Dan.
No, go ahead. You
No,
want to
no,
roll. You said
that
anyway.
was it.
That implied that you had.
Anyway,
No, you don't say anyway and then stop.
Oh no! I was saying anyway. I should stop saying these terrible things.
I feel like you've already gone down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
You know, you might as well.
I don't know how he got JoJo. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's gonna be so fun when we delete this video.
Go ahead.
Why? What's
What did
happened? What have we done that's out of the ordinary here? I guess we have cats and dogs on the
That
show.
is a good point. We do look beautiful though.
I don't like this camera angle. I like the
Yeah,
better
I
when I
don't
was on
either.
that
Yeah,
couch.
you
I feel
look like
gross.
a model over there.
Yeah, I know. Over here, I'm like, I look okay. It's not as good.
Okay.
I feel a little
Go
chubby on this angle, but
Me too. Like honestly.
yeah.
All right, go ahead then.
I mean, we're trying. Where'd you go, producer boy?
I'm coming back.
Okay. But yeah, this was a nothing match, but the angle after was something because after Uncle Howdy hit the elbow drop, yep, Wendy agrees, where he missed he missed Maximum Male Models leader by a long shot. The rest of the Wyatt Six, or some of the Wyatt Six, seemed to appear behind them. We had a Rambling Rabbit and the other two. And yeah, interesting stuff. I'm more interested to see where it goes. There's not much to say about the match itself.
I'm shocked that LA Knight lost.
I'm not shocked, but I did think there was a good chance he was going to win. So I'm a little surprised that he didn't win. But sorry, kitty, you're here. I'll still pet you. But yeah, that's all there is to say about that. And then another match where nothing happened was the Raw Women's Title match between Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss. A real nothing match. Bianca retains clean. So, and then after the match, some images flash. You know, as she's going more into the Wyatt of it all. I mean, it's fine. I would have just liked it to be like a little higher of an angle. I don't know, but it's fine. We're live in the air. There's no need to go through this. But yeah, do you have anything to say about this match either? It's kind of hard.
Like the whole night was like the matches were okay to good, but everything that happened after the bell was what was important. With Bray and LA Knight, same thing. Like it was the Uncle Howdy jump. Alexa and Bianca, same thing. What happened after, and then
Yeah.
the title match with Roman and Kevin, good match, but what happened after is what everyone's talking about.
Yeah, Except I don't think anyone's going to be talking about what happened after with this. But, another one for Bianca, but she seems to be set for bigger and better things in the future. But anyway, fun match. We're going to move on. Not a fun match, but a match. And we're going to move on to an actual fun match. And that was the Women's Royal Rumble. It started off with Rhea Bloody Ripley and Liv Morgan, 1 and 2, the former team we all know and love from their failed attempt to win the women's tag titles last year's WrestleMania, starting it off. And then out comes.
Was that last year's Mania?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Right? Time's weird. But
Wow.
there's still a cat here. I know you're not on screen. You can't see. Now you're on my phone, but it's okay. They started off. Dana Brooke comes out, making her return under her third persona. Who knows who's playing Dana Brooke this time? We may never know, but
Margot Robbie.
maybe. They did reference Harley Quinn when she was in the match, but they also called her Barbie a bunch. So who knows? Maybe.
Well, it's because she was wearing all pink, blonde, and Barbie.
Yeah, but anyway, we're not going to talk about all the entrants in a row, but a lot of Rhea and Liv were one of the main through lines of the match in the beginning. Damage Control were all out within the first 10 entrants, and they were dominating. They were picking up all the eliminations. They eliminated people like Tegan Knox and Candice LeRae and all the lower mid carders in the division. And they ran through it. Becky Lynch came out about halfway through, got into it with Damage Control, and got taken out. Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! It's like you try to find good help, and you give someone a chance because you think they have potential, and like it's just so frustrating. We try to run a serious operation over here, and it's one thing fans expect from us. It's like
Professionalism.
yeah. They expect us to be a concise, on-point show and not to have any hiccups or mishaps. But like, it's just so tough, man. You bring someone in, like you give them a test and they pass the test, but
look at his shit-eating grin in the corner there.
it's tough. Oh my god! And it's literally like just in the middle of this shot is just coming in for help.
Do you remember? Yeah, when Christian Bale just went crazy on the sound guy, or it was the light guy. But yeah, I get it.
Right? Yeah, like maybe he's not so bad after all. But
Listen. All right, go ahead.
No, we're listening. We're listening, Caster. What do you got to say? Okay.
Yeah, I bet you're not.
We do have a phone here that died mid-show after I asked for things to be charged.
Look, man.
And that's when things went to shit.
I would love to take your side on this, and we both just team up on James. But he's not the de facto intern right now.
It was just for that. It was just for you shitting on me. It was on the entire time. You can go back to shitting on me now.
Is mine on,
It
or-
felt like charity, and what else?
No, it's too late now.
No.
What the fuck?
Are you
Are
really
you sure? It's...
Oh, there you go.
Yours was on the entire time. You just turned it off.
Yeah, it was on for the whole show. Sorry.
You're right.
This is the Whole for Everything podcast, and we're just trying new shit. And by trying, I mean I'm fired.
And he also said hold for everything.
Bro, this dude has like directed movies. I just need that to be said out here.
How did it go with Harvey Keitel?
Yeah, no, it's fine. But anyway, so I guess we'll just skip towards the end of the match. Nia Jax returned and got way too big of a pop, way more than
Uncomfortably big.
Yeah, I know everything's bigger in Texas, but like, come on, like what was up with that? And she looked not great, but not as bad as you would think. We got long shot. You got bleach stain on your pants, bro?
Yes.
All right. Did you just learn that now, or?
I will say, not to get everyone's hopes up, but I don't think it's going to come off as two streams the same. But I don't know yet. I don't know for a fact.
Are we only live on YouTube right now, or are we live elsewhere?
Just YouTube.
Okay.
Just YouTube. All right.
Mix it up, Al.
No.
It's a little too late.
I think the time has passed.
Anyway, so Rhea hits a couple of sort of moves on Nia, and everyone eliminates her, and she's quickly gone and doesn't do much damage. But yeah, that was interesting. And then the end came down to Liv, Asuka, and Rhea. A very fun final three instead of a final four. They mixed it up because they had a final four in the men's match. You have a final three here. It's a very nice touch. And in a nice sequence of events, all three women are on the apron, which is pretty cool. And Rhea ducks a mist from Asuka, whose mist is blue. It's not green anymore because she's a changed character.
Wendy, you're growling at yourself, honey.
Yeah, it's okay. Also could be Togepi. But she ducks it. Liv gets misted. Rhea does the sort of 619 to sweep the legs of Asuka. And then after a little bit of a struggle, uses her legs to pull Liv down from her Hurricanrana off the apron. And Rhea, Bloody Ripley, has won the Women's Royal Rumble. And what was, and you can't tell by our stream, and I'm not going to blame anyone because it just, stuff happened, was a way more exciting Rumble match than the men's.
She disagreed.
That's
She thought the
weird.
men's rumble was better.
Like, all right. Well,
This is going on my professional reel.
it was a nice try. It was nice while it lasted.
Keep talking.
Oh my god.
Okay, everyone. Please. Good night. Thanks for not sticking through this. We don't blame you.
If you unsubscribe, we understand.
Yeah, I mean, you're a little bitch if you do, but we understand. But good shit, Rhea. You deserve it.
We're looking at that when we should still be looking at that.
Yeah.
I know, but like I've tried not to look into the camera most of the time. I've always been looking somewhere else. But thanks for watching. Everyone tried their best tonight. except Nia Jax. But yeah, have a good night, everyone. Be nice to animals.
Be nice to what?
Animals.
Oh.
Like,
I'm sorry.
don't drink and drive. If your name's Hardy, you probably suck unless you're Matt. Anything else you want to say?
I also like Rebby.
Yeah, I guess. I don't have opinions on her, so I guess I'll give you that one. All right, good night, everyone. Anything to say, producer boy?
I'm sorry.
All right, it's fine. We just